Chapter 1 Welcome to. You are listening at novelfull.audio. Brothers, please get off work early today. How many Shanghai 3CS will you drive tonight? Okay, I haven't played for a long time, so let's invite Han Xing to join us. In Xinyang City, two men were talking in an office building. When Han Xing heard someone calling his name, he did not respond immediately, but continued to lower his head. He is playing a pixel-style survival adventure game on his mobile phone called Sky Island Paradise with fresh graphics and brisk music. Players are first born on a suspended block and explore other floating blocks to search for supplies and expand their territory, but as he played, Han Xing discovered that this game was much more than what it seemed. When players explore, they will inadvertently trigger various side tasks. These tasks have different options, and each choice seems to determine the direction of the story. When these side tasks are connected in series, it seems that they can form a huge main line. In addition to the rich branch lines, the dialogue between the game characters is also very full. When talking to the protagonist, the true feelings revealed by these game characters inadvertently made the Korean star feel like he was communicating with a normal person. Following the mission, sections of dusty history are unearthed. All this made Han Xing once doubt, is this really a pixel-style game with less than 100 M? Han Xing was obsessed with it. At this moment, a prompt appeared on the mobile phone screen. This game will be maintained in 10 minutes, and the new version will be available soon. Please stay tuned. Maintain. Didn't this game just open beta for a few days? Han Xing was a little confused, but saw a muscular man appearing next to him. Qing Jianyong patted Han Xing on the shoulder, narrowed his eyes and smiled. Which beauty video are you watching? I didn't even hear what I said to you. Han Xing put away his phone and said, I heard it. I'm just surprised that the department's performance this month has not reached the target. Chen Ergu is now sitting in the office staring at us every day. How dare you not work overtime? Qing Jianyong chuckled and said proudly, working overtime. What the hell? With such a small salary, you still want me to work for him every day? Even if the gods are here today, I will have to work an early shift, Qing Jianyong said categorically, but Han Xing looked at him with suspicion. Next to him, a man in a suit smiled and said, Han Xing, don't listen to this guy's bragging. This guy has just graduated and entered the grave of marriage. Unlike us, one person has enough to eat and the whole family is not hungry. If he doesn't work overtime, who will support his wife and children at home? The man who spoke was named Xinyun. He graduated from the same university as Han Xing and Qing Jianyong. They were assigned to the same dormitory for 4 years in college. The three of them had similar interests. After graduation, they also entered the same company. They were also the only two friends of Korean stars. Qing Jianyong saw Xinyun making trouble, and with a little embarrassment on his slightly weathered face, he whispered, occasionally, one day, nothing happens. Seeing his appearance, Han Xing and Xinyun looked at each other and smiled. Speaking of which, it's been a long time since we played games together. Han Xing said. Xinyun also had a look of reminiscence on his face. Yes, I really miss those days in college. At this moment, a figure appeared behind the three people. You miss school so much, then why don't you go back to school? Hearing this voice, the three of them had some bad premonitions. It's the department manager, Chen Huaibua. Privately, Han Xing and others call him Chen Ergu. This guy is a loyal henchman of the boss. Chen Huaibua made a proud face and asked, what are you three discussing? You haven't even completed your performance yet, so you just want to play games? A few of these unlearned and unskilled guys will complain that they are tired after being asked to work overtime for a few days. Are you spoiled girls? Tell me, don't you want to do it anymore? If you don't want to do it, get out of here as soon as possible. Don't occupy the latrine here without shitting. There are so many fresh graduates out there who don't have jobs right now. If you don't work, there will be others who do. A few of them need to be disciplined. Xinyun took a step forward and said coldly, keep your mouth clean for me. His voice was not loud, but it revealed unquestionable determination. The office suddenly became quiet, and several other employees cautiously poked their heads out, as if they couldn't believe that someone dared to confront Chen Huaibua. What did you say? Chen Huaibua looked ugly. Believe it or not, I will call the boss right now and ask you to pack your things and get out. That when Shen Yung was about to speak, Han Xing waved his hand and stopped him. Han Xing looked at Chen Huaibue and said, "Stop shouting, don't you just want to drive us away and arrange for some of your relatives to come in? Chen Huaibue, you make it seem like no one knows about your little thoughts." Han Xing was disdainful. "You. What are you doing? If you can, just go to the boss and see if he will fire us." Han Xing is confident because no matter how poor the department's performance is, they are the three who have contributed the most. Chen Huaibue was shaking with anger. He didn't seem to expect that Han Xing, who usually kept a low profile, would stand up and attack him. He was about to step forward and grab Han Xing's collar, but saw Qing Jianyong suddenly standing in front of him. "Chen Ergu, do you want to take action here?" Qing Jianyong squinted his eyes, his tone revealed a threat, and his tall size gave people a full sense of intimidation. Chen Huaibue retracted his outstretched hand and looked at the three people standing on the same front with ugly expressions that looked like they were about to drip. Han Xing pulled Qing Jianyong from behind. Just when he was about to persuade him not to do anything here, before he could say anything, his eyes suddenly went dark. At this moment, a system prompt appeared in everyone's ears. The new version of the game has been updated. In 3 minutes, all humans on Blue Star will be involved in this game. Game instructions: this is a world without land. There are countless islands, large and small, floating in the sky. Opportunities and dangers are hidden in each island, but first, you must find a way to survive. Later, a piece of suspended land will be generated for all players. This is your core territory and the foundation for building empty islands in the future. Once it is destroyed, you will lose everything. You can control the territory to advance in the air, contact the islands shrouded in clouds, go up to explore, and obtain supplies for survival. You can also occupy these islands and expand your territory. The island contains opportunities, and there may also be terrible dangers brewing. Each of you has only one chance to survive. The consequence of failure is death. Please choose carefully. Vulnerable groups such as the elderly and children will be placed with their relatives 1 month after the game starts. Then, welcome to Sky Island Paradise. When Han Xing regained his sight again, he found that he was floating in the sky at an altitude of unknown tens of thousands of meters. Looking down, he saw an empty space with no land at all. Thousands of miles high in the sky, there is a gentle breeze and floating clouds. Huge fear filled my heart. At this time, Han Xing's personal panel appeared in front of him. Name, Korean star, race, human race, occupation, none, level, LV0, strength, 3, agility, 2, spirit, 4, physical, 5, skill, none, talent, none. Then, the system prompt came again. Please choose your own career system as soon as possible. It is currently divided into 5 major systems: warrior, mage, priest, hunter, and stalker. When players reach a certain level, they can complete professional advancement through professional scrolls. Han Xing was stunned for a moment, and the fear in his heart gradually disappeared, and then turned into ecstasy. You can actually choose a career. Not only that, these 5 professional systems are exactly the same as the game he played on his mobile phone. Although he had not played that mobile game for a few days, Han Xing had a deeper understanding of these professions than others. These 5 major professions can be seen from their names. They are each good at direction. Warriors prefer melee combat. After reaching a certain level, they can be transferred to swordsmen or mad warriors. The advanced professions are swordsman and mad warrior. The mage controls the elements through magic power and causes damage to the enemy. Later, he can change his profession to an elementalist and an illusionist. The advanced professions are an elemental tutor and a weaver. The same is true for the other 3 professions, all of which have 2 career transfer directions and advancement paths. If there are no surprises, most people can only choose these 10 professions. I played as a hunter before. Now I should continue to choose a hunter to take advantage of myself. And the most important thing is that when I was playing that mobile game, I heard a message about the hidden profession of a hunter from the NPC conversation. That hidden profession is called Wild Ranger. If the early game process is still the same as what he played on his mobile phone, and there is no change, then he can seize the opportunity and win this hidden profession first. Thinking of this, Han Xing had already made a decision. Just when he was about to choose the hunter profession, a solemn reminder sounded in his mind. It has been detected that the fate of the player, Han Xing, matches this world, and the personal talent of God-level Craftsman has been activated. God-level Craftsman, SSS-level, hidden and unique. You will never fail when making any item, and the chance of high-quality items appearing during production is greatly increased. Han Xing was stunned for a moment and said in shock, "I am super." Chapter 2 Territory Fusion. You are listening at NovelFull.audio. The occupation, Hunter, has been successfully selected, and the initial equipment has been issued. Personal territory generated successfully. The system prompts the end. Tens of thousands of meters high in the sky, a square piece of dirt suddenly appeared suspended, 1 meter long, 1 meter wide and 1 meter high. When Han Xing stepped on it, it was like stepping on grass. The high altitude under his feet made his legs feel weak. A faded wooden bow appeared in his hand at some point, and an arrow basket appeared on his waist, with 10 wooden arrows inserted in it. The item information appeared in front of you: wooden longbow, white quality, rough, attack power 6-8, special effects, none. Note: weapons made of oak and beef tendon can cause damage to ordinary 1-star creatures when the bowstring is fully drawn. Arrows *10, white quality, rough, attack power 1-2, attached special effects, none. Note: arrows made from sharpened wooden sticks. Han Xing tightly grasped the longbow in his hand, feeling confident after having the weapon. Looking around, he found that there were many clouds of different sizes and colors in the nearby sky. Some clouds are as big as a mountain, while others are only the size of a table. Similar to Han Xing's territory, he knows how this game is played. There are suspended islands hidden in these clouds. All the player's early resources, including food and drinking water, must be obtained from these islands. He must explore other empty islands as soon as possible to obtain supplies, otherwise he will die of thirst or starvation soon. Han Xing began to control the block under his feet to move forward. 10 minutes later, Han Xing's lips were already a little dry. These clouds look very close, but are actually very far away. At the current speed of his elementary cube, he can move 10 kilometers in an hour, which is a moving speed of less than 3 meters per second. Although it is said that as the level increases, the speed of the Sky Island will also increase, but it is still too slow now. After another 10 minutes, Han Xing controlled the territory and finally approached a seemingly small cloud. There was a sizzling sound of electricity outside, and the system prompt came: there is an active force of thunder element inside. Do you want to enter? That the power of thunder element? Is there a monster inside? Han Xing thought for a moment and decided to give up first. After all, this is not a mobile game. If you die, you can be resurrected. The system has clearly reminded them that each person only has one life. Han Xing controlled his small cube to change its position and continue to float forward. As he slowly approached a gray cloud, the system prompted: there seems to be an evil force hidden inside. Do you want to enter? Dangerous. Give up. Han Xing changed his position and continued to float for more than 20 minutes. An hour had passed since he entered the game. Traveling across the island not only consumed physical strength, but also consumed a lot of mental energy. Han Xing suddenly felt stars rising in front of his eyes, and his throat began to feel dry. I glanced at my personal information and saw that the status column had changed. Status: thirsty, mentally exhausted. Note: you need to rest as soon as possible. Driving while fatigued is not good. Rest? How do you want me to rest at such a high place? Han Xing gritted his teeth and said bitterly. Moreover, even if he could overcome his fear of heights, the 1 meter long and wide space of his initial territory would make it impossible for him to even stretch his body, and he would fall if he was not careful. It's not just Korean stars who are facing this situation, the situation of others is even less optimistic. In less than an hour after arriving in this world, at least 1 million people have fallen from high altitudes and lost their lives. No, we have to explore Sky Island as soon as possible and expand our territory. Han Xing shook his head, braced himself, and continued to look at the nearby clouds. At this moment, he saw a cloud about the same size as his territory floating behind him, with a hint of green on it. A few minutes later, Han Xing finally approached the cloud, and the system prompt came: "There is a weak life force inside, do you want to enter? Has hope." Han Xing felt happy and clicked to enter without hesitation. The clouds dissipated, revealing in front of him a square patch of soil wrapped in green grass. In the middle of the soil, there is a tree with a height of less than 1 meter, but a trunk as thick as an adult's thigh, with many red fruits hanging on the dense crown. Berry tree, a shrub-type plant. The berries on the tree can be eaten directly and can replenish water and satiety. Han Xing felt as if he had seen his reborn parents, and he almost shed tears of excitement. He rushed to the berry tree and started stuffing red berries into his mouth. The bright red juice exploded in his mouth, with a slightly sweet and sour taste, making Han Xing feel like rain. After eating a few berries, the body's hunger and thirst are relieved. Han Xing counted and found that there were more than 20 red berries on the tree, each the size of a strawberry. If he ate sparingly, he could last at least 2 days. At this moment, the system prompt appeared: "Do you want to integrate this piece of land into your own territory?" Han Xing said yes directly. "The integration is successful, your territory has been expanded." The system prompts the end. Han Xing discovered that his square soil block of 1 meter * 1 meter * 1 meter has now turned into a rectangular soil block of 2 meters * 1 meter * 1 meter. There is also a berry tree planted on one of the soil blocks. Now, his hunger and thirst were quelled, but his mental state was still fatigued. Han Xing slowly lay down with his back against the crown of the berry tree. Half an hour later, Han Xing opened his eyes. As soon as he woke up, he found that he had rolled to the edge of the territory without knowing it. One arm was hanging in the air, and he was almost about to fall. Hiss! Han Xing took a deep breath of cold air and woke up instantly, feeling a wave of fear in his heart. Damn it, I can't even get a good night's sleep. How can those who sleep dishonestly live? Han Xing couldn't help complaining, and at the same time, he felt a sense of crisis again. It is impossible for people not to sleep. No one can guarantee whether they will turn over and move unconsciously while sleeping. The initial territory is only that big. If it deviates slightly, it will fall from the sky. Therefore, their current priority is to explore those clouds, expand their territory, and at least protect their own lives. Thinking of this, Han Xing looked at the surrounding clouds again. He had just explored that most of the clouds nearby contained dangers, that is, monsters. Han Xing knew that if he wanted to survive, he would have to face these monsters sooner or later, so he might as well take the initiative while he was in good condition. But now, I can use my advantages to increase my combat effectiveness. Chapter 3: The First Kill in the District Server. You are listening at novelfull.audio. Han Xing has played this game before. Although he hasn't played it for long, he knows what his advantages are. That is the SSS-level talent activated when entering the game, the God-level Craftsman. This talent allows him to never fail when making mission items, and there is a high probability that items of higher quality will appear. In this game, as long as you have blueprints, you can make your own professional equipment. In other words, Korean stars can now produce higher quality equipment than the ones given by the system. When Han Xing chose the hunter profession, he automatically recorded 2 equipment blueprints, namely, wooden longbow, and wooden arrow. The wooden longbow requires logs and animal sinew as materials, which I don't have right now. However, the method of making wooden arrows is relatively simple. It only requires some branches. Thinking of this, Han Xing looked at the berry tree behind him. From the berry tree, Han Xing broke off a dozen branches. Obtain branches *17. After the system prompt ended, Han Xing took a deep breath and clicked produce all. Progress bars appeared in front of him, and an arrow could be produced in almost a second. White light flashed one after another, and arrows appeared in front of him. Sharpened arrows, white, *17, quality, excellent, attack power, 2-3, with special effects, sharp. Sharp, when attacking, there is a higher probability of penetrating the target's body and causing serious injuries to the enemy. Although it is still a blank slate of equipment, its attack power has been significantly improved, and more importantly, there is a special effect on it. You know, even if it is green equipment, the probability of producing special effects is extremely low. Now, a few branches he picked casually from the tree, after being enhanced by the talent of God-level Craftsman, turned into rare special effects equipment. It is truly an SSS-level talent, so terrifying. Han Xing picked up a wooden arrow. The tip was ground smooth, as if it had been polished. An arrow basket can hold up to 30 arrows. If you can obtain space props in the future, you can carry even more things with you. After Han Xing loaded all the 17 arrows he had just made, the feeling of weight on his waist made him feel more confident. He stared at the green clouds not far away. After advancing for more than 10 minutes, the sky gradually darkened. Han Xing looked up at the sky and asked curiously, "Is it also divided into day and night here?" That he shook his head and stopped thinking about it for the time being. He wanted to focus all his energy on the clouds in front of him. After approaching the cloud less than 1 meter, the system prompt came. There seems to be an invisible elemental power active inside. Do you want to enter? Han Xing took a deep breath, took out a sharpened arrow from the arrow basket, knocked the bow, and drew the bowstring. The bowstring was fully drawn, and Han Xing was ready to attack. He clicked enter. After the clouds dissipated, a slime with a transparent body like a ball bounced up and down in front of him. Slime, 1-star creature. Level 1. Strength, 6, Agility, 3, Spirit, 4, Constitution, 5. Skill, Spitting. Call out. The moment he saw the slime, Han Xing shot the arrow in his hand. The wooden arrows made a tearing sound as they pierced into the slime's jelly-like body. Suddenly attacked, the slime instantly jumped several meters high as if frightened. Han Xing did not hesitate, and shot the second arrow immediately, hitting the enemy accurately. After taking 2 arrows, the slime finally reacted. It seemed extremely angry, its mouth opened, and a mass of invisible elemental power was brewing in its mouth. However, don't wait for it to attack, the third arrow has already followed. Puff! This arrow seemed to trigger a special effect. After the sharpened wooden arrow hit the slime, it retained its power and instantly penetrated into the opponent's body. It's the sharp special effect attached to the sharpened wooden arrow. The slime's brewing attack stopped in midair, and then his body began to tremble uncontrollably. With a pop, the slime's body suddenly exploded, and transparent mucus scattered like fireworks. Han Xing subconsciously took 2 steps back, still shaking a ball of glue-like liquid in his hand, and some mucus even splashed on his face. Bah! What the hell is this? It's so disgusting. As soon as he finished speaking, a system prompt appeared in front of him. Successfully kill slime LV1, your level will be improved. Current level LV1. Before Han Xing could react, the system's cold announcement sounded in his ears. Announcement: the first player in this area to kill the Sky Island monster has appeared, and the regional channel has been opened. Based on the region, every 10,000 players will be divided into the same area. Current players can communicate and trade in the regional channel to gain more survival opportunities. Opening the panel, Han Xing found that he was assigned to Regional Channel 107, however, just when Han Xing was about to enter the regional channel, the sound of the system appeared again in his ears. Because you are the first player in this area to kill the Sky Island monster, you will receive the first kill reward, 50 spiritual cores, 1 space backpack, white, and 1 space backpack blueprint, white. Space backpack, white quality, normal, storage space plus 20, special effects, none. My super, it's a space prop. Han Xing couldn't help but exclaimed. Han Xing tried it out with 20 storage spaces. He put 30 arrows in, but only 1 space unit was filled. In other words, if they are all filled with arrows, he can carry 600 arrows with him. This is not the most critical thing. The most critical thing is that he also has the production drawings of the space backpack. Space backpack drawing, white, production requirements, 1-star animal hide *1, spiritual core *10, ether *20, the production success rate is 20%, boosted by the talent of a god-level craftsman, the success rate has reached 100%. Sure enough, the success rate is still 100%. Doesn't this mean that I can make space backpacks in batches and then trade them with other players? Space backpacks are very precious. Even though Han Xing has been playing on his mobile phone for so long, he has never come across two of them. If this kind of thing appears on the trading channel, it will definitely trigger a rush of players. But he also knew that now was not the time. In the early stages of the game, the two most scarce resources are food and water. Even if space backpacks appear, they can't afford them. Han Xing entered regional channel 107, and a system prompt appeared. Do you want to use the default name, Korean Star, to enter the regional channel? No. Han Xing directly refused, and then changed his name in the regional channel personal information to Galaxy. Not long after the regional channel was opened, the chat section was flooded with thousands of messages. This was channel 107, messages sent by tens of thousands of humans. Chapter 4 Bargaining and Exchanging Supplies. You are listening at novelfull.audio. Is there anyone? Can anyone tell me what happened? How did I end up in the sky? Amitabha, God. Didn't you say you will go to heaven after you die? Am I already dead? I haven't paid off my mortgage yet. Shenmeng Ting, where are you? I am your husband Wang Hongrui. If you see me, please answer. Wait a minute, where is my husband? That there is too much information. Many people are losing their minds and crying blindly, and many are looking for their family, relatives and friends, hoping to get some comfort. Han Xing filtered the information. He knew that it was indeed difficult for people to accept suddenly coming to such a strange world, but if they don't adapt as soon as possible, what awaits them is running out of supplies and either dying of thirst or starvation. Of course, among the tens of thousands of survivors in Area 107, there are also some calm people who have already begun exploring this unknown world. Someone began to ask for help. Help. I just came into contact with a cloud, and the system prompted that there was a foul smell inside. Does this mean there is a monster inside? If you ask us, we don't know. We'll know if you go in and take a look. Okay, let me go in and take a look. 0.2 seconds later, a frightened cry for help came from the chat channel. Fuck, it's a sludge slime. Help. The slime jumped on me. It is stuffing me into its body. Gulu, Gulu. The chat channel fell into silence for a moment, and then someone asked cautiously, this guy, won't he be drowned by slime? No one responded, but it was a strong possibility. Help. I encountered a monster here too. I am here too. There are many monsters in the clouds. These monsters are so terrifying. How did the guy who killed them for the first time in the server do it? Although these people have good adaptability, they are still a few steps slower than Korean stars. When he had completed his first kill in the entire server, most people had just touched their first cloud. Of course, not everyone is so unlucky, and there are also some clouds where there is no danger. Hahaha, what a bunch of idiots. I didn't encounter any monsters, and I even found food inside. If you want anything, I can exchange it for water. I haven't encountered any monsters. I just opened a wooden box. There is a green weapon from a stalker inside. It's so cool. Don't ask me how to trade. I don't want anything else except water and food. Han Xing lowered his head and thought. The most scarce resources now are probably water and food. He entered the trading channel, where hundreds of transaction messages appeared densely. Gravel blocks *20, can be thrown as concealed weapons, need food. Slime *10, magic material, replace with 200 milliliters of water. 1-star animal skin *1, high-quality leather, can be used to make equipment, in exchange for 3 units of water or food. Animal skin. Han Xing's eyes lit up. One of the materials needed for the backpack blueprint he had just obtained was a 1-star animal skin. In Sky Island Paradise, each player can equip 2 backpacks, and Han Xing can now equip another one. Moreover, he has the talent bonus of a God-level craftsman, and the backpack he produces is likely to be like a wooden arrow, with stronger properties than the backpack rewarded by the system. Even if he's lucky, another special effect can greatly increase his survivability. However, this guy who sells animal skins has a big opening, and the opening is 3 units of water, which is 3,000 milliliters. We all have just arrived in this world. Who can provide so much water resources at once? Han Xing also knew that this guy deliberately set the price so high, which was also a means of negotiating prices, so he clicked on the private chat. The other party's name was Emperor Beifeng Xinghe, brother, 3 berries for 1 animal skin. Emperor Beifeng, 3. Are you leaving these to send away the beggars? Xinghe, 3 is a lot. You don't have the blueprints to make it now, and it's useless to hold the animal skins. You might as well convert them into useful resources as soon as possible. In this world, the most important thing is to ensure that you survive first. Han Xing began to persuade, but the other party did not let go. Emperor Beifeng, no, no, no. I spent all my efforts and almost lost my life to get this piece of 1-star animal skin. At least 10 berries, otherwise there is no need to talk about it. After hearing this, Han Xing suddenly laughed and said, "Ha, are you bragging? The animal skin can only be exposed on at least a 1-star beast. With your current attributes, how can you be the opponent of a 1-star beast? I think you are lucky. I guess I picked it up on another empty island." Emperor Beifeng was a little shocked. "Why do you know so well?" Han Xing chuckled. Of course he would not tell the other party that he had actually played this game. Han Xing continued, "So, 1-star animal skin is not a precious material. If you want to make a move after tomorrow, I'm afraid you won't even be able to exchange it for 3 berries. Of course Han Xing lied to him. The main material of animal skin has many uses, so no one wants it. Emperor Beifeng seemed to be calmed down by Han Xing and asked cautiously, really, that he was a little moved by Han Xing, but 3 berries are still too few. How about, you add more? Okay, 5 berries, I don't want any more. Make a deal. The other party quickly agreed. The survivor Emperor Sad Wind initiates a transaction application from you. Han Xing clicked agree, and the 2 parties placed items on each other in the transaction window to confirm the transaction. In the backpack, 5 berries disappeared, and a brand new animal skin appeared on the ground of the territory. A hint of joy appeared on Han Xing's face. Very good. Now we have both materials for making a space backpack. Now, the only thing missing is ether. Ether is a material that only drops from some magic monsters. Han Xing looked at the trading channel and found that those who consigned this material only needed water and food. There are still 19 berries on the berry tree in his territory. In order to prevent accidents, he can no longer trade the berries. However, although the berries cannot be traded, he still has another big killer in his hand, sharpened wooden arrows. In the battle just now, Han Xing had verified the power of wooden arrows. After 3 arrows, the special effect was triggered and the level 1 monster slime was directly killed. There are tens of thousands of people in the regional channel, and there must be many who choose the hunter profession. They must be able to see the effect of wooden arrows. Sure enough, when the Korean Star posted the consignment information, the chat channel immediately started to vibrate. Damn it! Excellent quality wooden arrows with special effects. Hiss. The attack power is almost twice as high as my wooden arrows. It's so awesome. Blessed are those who choose the hunter profession. Give me a few arrows like these and I will dare to challenge the monsters in the clouds. Whoever has ether material in their body, go and exchange it quickly. This boss is now exchanging 10 ethers for 1 arrow. In less than 3 minutes, all 5 wooden arrows Han Xing consigned were traded, and a total of 50 ethers were harvested. Very good, we have all the materials to make a space backpack. Han Xing's mouth curled up. Just when he was about to make a space backpack, 2 system prompts suddenly appeared in front of him. Survivor, Qing Jianyong applies to add you as a friend. Survivor, Qin Yun applies to add you as a friend. Chapter 5 Making a Backpack. You are listening at novelfull.audio. Qin Yun, huh? You actually added the other person as a friend by name. Qing Jianyong, brother Xing, I finally found you. I had such a hard time looking for you. Han Xing said with a speechless face. If I remember correctly, it was less than half a day since we last met, right? Half a day. I feel like more than half a year has passed. Brother Xing, you don't even know what I've been through. Qing Jianyong seemed to be a resentful woman. Han Xing didn't want to listen to his long speech, and said directly, "Let's talk in the discussion group." After adding the Korean star as a friend, the three of them created a common discussion group. As soon as he entered, Han Xing asked directly, "How are you doing now?" Shin Yun immediately replied, "I'm okay. Ever since I entered the game, I have been approaching the small islands shrouded in clouds. I gave up when I felt they were dangerous. I just finally found an island that was not dangerous. Now the territory has been expanded." Han Xing nodded, "I'm at about the same progress." Chengjiang was a little surprised after hearing this. "Oh my god, you are all starting to merge with the islands. I encountered strange islands all the way. The system prompted me to be in a state of hunger and dehydration. Now I feel dry in the mouth. My head is almost gone. You are too bad." Shin Yun said with disdain, "When I was in school, you were the worst at playing games. Now that everyone has gone to another world, you are still such a bad person." Qing Jianyong laughed a little embarrassedly. Han Xing said, "Jianyong, when approaching those clouds, remember to carefully identify the system prompts. You must quickly expand your territory now, otherwise it will be very dangerous if your mental state deteriorates," Han Xing said very seriously, and Qing Jianyong was immediately shocked after hearing this. "Danger, does it mean falling to death after being unconscious?" "Yes. Fuck. I don't want to die yet. I still have a wife and children. Brother Xing, Brother Yun, help me." The discussion group echoed with Isamu Narumi's screams. Qin Yun said disdainfully, "Okay, your Brother Xing and Brother Yun are both here, will they let you die? Look at what this is." In the regional network, Qin Yun sent an item information: spring water, 600 milliliters, can be drank directly. "Fuck, it's water." Qing Jianyong exclaimed, "Give me a couple of sips, I'm dying of thirst now." Qin Yun smiled and said, "If you want to drink water, that's fine, but what do you have to call me?" Qing Jianyong immediately understood what he meant, and said a little coyly, "Brother Yun, this is not good, I am already a family man. Shout or not, I'll drink it myself." "Father," Qing Jianyong gave in instantly. Qin Yun laughed, and then gave Qing Jianyong 200 milliliters of spring water. At this time, Han Xing also received Qin Yun's transaction application. "Brother Xing, drink some water to deal with it first." Han Xing did not shirk. Although water is an extremely precious resource now, with the relationship between the three of them, there is no need to care so much. Moreover, he really needs to add some water now. Although berries are sweet, they cannot meet the body's water needs. After the transaction was completed, a small puddle appeared on Han Xing's territory. Since there was no vessel, he had to drink from the spring on the ground as quickly as possible. Han Xing drank the spring water on the ground in one gulp, and his head suddenly became clearer. At this time, Qing Jianyong said excitedly, "Grass, he is finally alive. It would be great if he had some food at this time. I have food here to trade with you." Han Xing picked 10 berries from the berry tree and gave 5 to each of them. "Thank you, Brother Xing. Thank you, Brother Xing." Han Xing smiled. This scene seemed a bit similar and brought back some memories for him. That was the time when the three of them formed a black team together during their campus days. Shin Yun and Qing Jianyong were also deeply touched. Shin Yun said with emotion, "I never thought that there would be such a day when all mankind would travel to another world together. Yeah, what I didn't expect was that even in another world, the three of us could actually form a team together." Qing Jianyong said with emotion, "Since graduation, every day has been filled with endless work and endless classes. I have almost forgotten what it feels like to play games." Han Xing smiled, "Okay, everyone, hurry up and explore other empty islands, collect supplies and strengthen yourself." He didn't tell the two of them that he had played this game, and it wouldn't be of much use if he didn't tell them. At this time, Han Xing looked at the function panel, click on the drawings column. The 3 materials needed to make the space backpack have been gathered, and now you can start making it. Han Xing was looking forward to it. He didn't know what special effects the space backpack blueprint would have with the addition of his God-level Craftsman talent. He reached out and clicked Make. In front of me, a 10-second progress bar appeared, then a white light flashed and a system prompt came. successfully made space backpack, white, *1, dot, space backpack, white, quality, excellent, storage space -30, special effect, vitality, physique +4. Awesome! The Korean star admired sincerely when he saw the attributes. This new backpack, compared to the space backpack given as a first kill reward, not only has a larger capacity, but also has a special effect that increases physical fitness, and it's not just 1 or 2 points, but a full increase of 4 points. You know, after he killed the slime and upgraded to level 1, his physique only increased by 2 points, but this backpack increased by a full 4 points, which is equivalent to 2 levels of physical fitness. It is really terrifying. Han Xing happily equipped this new backpack, and his attribute panel changed: name, Korean star, dot, race, human race, dot, occupation, hunter, dot, level, LV1, dot, strength, 4, agility, 5, spirit, 4, physical, 7 + 4, dot, skill, elementary bow and arrow mastery. Talent, divine craftsman, SSS, dot, status, good. The physical strength value directly exceeded double digits. At this time, the Korean star felt that he had endless strength, and even wanted to perform a chest-breaking performance on the spot. It will be much easier to deal with creatures like slime. He controlled the Sky Island and continued to move forward. After reaching level 1, the speed of Sky Island territory has been increased to 5 meters per second. For each level in the early stage, the speed will increase by 2 meters per second, although it is still a little slow. For now, it is enough. Soon, Han Xing came into contact with a gray cloud. There seems to be signs of biological activity inside. Do you want to enter? That it was still the same as before. Before confirming the entry, Han Xing drew the bowstring directly. This was also an advantage of the hunter profession. The clouds dissipated, revealing 2 squares, and a creature with thick gray-brown hair appeared. Its slender limbs and exposed fangs showed that it was a wolf, timber wolf, 1-star creature, dot, level, LV1, dot, strength, 5, agility, 7, spirit, 4, constitution, 8, dot, skill, bite. Compared to the slime he encountered before, this forest wolf was obviously much stronger. The body of more than 5 meters gives people a full sense of oppression, and the sharp eyes are full of murderous intent. The moment he saw Han Xing, the forest wolf pounced over. However, it is fast, and Korean stars are faster. Call out. The sharpened arrow suddenly shot out as it rushed towards the forest. Chapter 6 Green Equipment Drawings. You are listening at novelfull.audio. Call out. The arrow shot out and accurately hit the forest wolf's right eye. At this time, Han Xing Sky Island and Timber Wolf Sky Island were less than 3 meters apart, with an empty area in between. The forest wolf's eyes were suddenly severely injured, and he howled miserably, then stopped the car suddenly and almost fell from the sky. In the early stages of the game, hunters have few skills and must not let enemies get close during combat. Han Xing quickly controlled the Sky Island territory and retreated to the rear, widening the distance. A system prompt appears. Note, the warning range of a 1-star creature is 10 meters. Once the distance is exceeded, it will be out of combat and the island will return to its unexplored state. The unexplored state is the state of the outside world that is wrapped in clouds. Before entering, all attacks from the outside world cannot affect the Sky Island. 10 meters. That's enough. Han Xing controlled the territory and retreated quickly. Call. Taking a breath, an arrow appeared out of thin air in his hand. Han Xing set up his bow and shot again. Call out. Call out. Call out. 3 arrows were fired in succession, 2 hit the target and 1 missed the target. The forest wolf kept making painful howls, but it was trapped in a block of only 2 cubic meters and was in a dilemma. In this situation, this forest wolf was obviously kited by Han Xing. This is also a common tactic used by hunters. Han Xing continued to shoot arrows, for more arrows went down, 2 hit the target, and 2 missed. Korean stars are quite satisfied with this hit rate. You know, the distance between him and the Timberwolves is now a full 9 meters. While ensuring safety, he can also maintain such a high accuracy. which is already good. After choosing the hunter profession, the system comes with the initial skill, basic bow mastery, which gives him an innate familiarity with bows and arrows. After leveling up in the future, as your agility increases, your hit rate will continue to increase. At this time, there were 5 arrows stuck in the forest wolf's body. It looked miserable, but it still did not fall down. The monsters on the Sky Island have very strong vitality. The slime before was also lucky for Han Xing. The 3rd arrow triggered the sharp special effect. However, as Han Xing added 2 more arrows, the forest wolf finally whimpered and fell down, successfully killed Timber Wolf LV1 and gained 10 experience points. After seeing the prompt, Han Xing breathed a sigh of relief. He controlled the Sky Island and came to the body of the forest wolf. Decomposed timber wolf carcasses? Yes. The forest wolf corpse has been successfully decomposed. Arrows *7 were recovered, 1-star animal skin *1 was obtained, 37 kilograms of wolf meat was obtained, and 102 animal bones were obtained. The body of the forest wolf disappeared, leaving a piece of animal skin on the ground, a pile of bright red wolf meat, and a mountain of white bones. So much wolf meat! Han Xing exclaimed. 37 kilograms of wolf meat is enough for an adult to eat for many days. If you save some food, it will not be a problem for half a month. Killing a forest wolf can be said to directly solve the Korean star's food crisis. Even if he can't finish it, he can trade it with other players. At present, in the entire Channel 107, only Korean stars should be able to challenge 1-star beasts. Food like meat must be a scarce resource and extremely popular. After putting all the loot into his backpack, Han Xing merged the 2 territories with his own. The area of his Sky Island expanded again, turning into a convex shape with a size of 5 cubic meters. Now, even if he lies down directly, he doesn't have to worry about falling. At this moment, someone in the local chat channel suddenly sent him a private message. Tian Fengnio, Master. I saw the arrows on consignment on your trading platform. You are a hunter, right? Yes. Han Xing sent a message back. Tian Fengnio, Master, I have something here. I wonder if you are interested in it. Sent to see. Korean stars don't like to show off, and the other party also directly threw out the item information. Fine iron arrow drawings, green equipment, or arrow drawings. Han Xing's pupils shrank, and a desire for this drawing suddenly emerged in his heart, but he quickly suppressed his excitement and said calmly, I can accept it. At what price? After hearing this, the man named Tian Fengnio also breathed a sigh of relief. He saw the Korean star's consignment information on the trading channel and guessed his occupation. Tian Fengnio said directly, I want water, a lot of water, no less than 2 units. After hearing his conditions, Han Xing's heart moved, but he still said calmly, 2,000 milliliters of water. Do you know how precious water resources are now? Tian Fengnio, I know. But this is a green equipment blueprint. Although I don't know much about this world, I know that this kind of prop will become more precious as time goes by. Even 20,000 milliliters of water will not be able to replace it. Arrive. Han Xing sneered. You also said that the higher you go, the more expensive it is. But what everyone is most in need of now is survival resources. I don't have water, but I still have some food. If you really want to come up with it, just say something that I can accept. Price. After Han Xing finished speaking, the survivor named Tian Fengnio also knew that his asking price was a bit outrageous, so he made some concessions. Food is okay, but it cannot be less than 10 units. Han Xing continued to sneer. 5 units is the most. 5 kilograms of food is enough to last you 2 or 3 days. It's not a problem. Tian Fengnio hesitated for a moment, and finally gritted his teeth and said, okay, 5 kilograms is 5 kilograms. The 2 parties quickly completed the transaction. Although 5 kilograms of food is a lot, no matter how you calculate it, the Korean star still makes a profit. You have successfully obtained the fine iron arrow blueprint. Do you want to learn it? Han Xing clicked study directly. The next moment, a green equipment drawing appeared on the drawing bar. Fine iron arrows, green, materials required for production, refined iron *2, feather *1. Han Xing thought for a moment and said, in the early stages of the game, materials like fine iron could only be obtained through some treasure chests. I wonder if they are available in the current trading channel. He entered the trading channel, then entered the keyword fine iron, and quickly filtered out 7 consignment information. The transaction requirements of these people are water and food. The Korean star clicks to chat privately and bargains one by one. In the end, he exchanged 3 kilograms of wolf meat and 4 berries for 12 pieces of refined iron. The materials for making arrows are all together, but feathers are also needed. Han Xing asked in the discussion group, "Brothers, please lend me some hair so I can make something." Mao. "Brother Xing, I'll give it to you," Qing Jianyong said in the discussion group. "Let's deal." After the transaction is completed, the system prompts, successfully obtain 23 hairs from a certain primate creature. Han Xing looked at the few black hairs in his palm and couldn't help but twitch the corners of his mouth. "Ning Jianyong, you must be sick. Who wants your leg hair? I'll wipe it. Don't you want hair? You didn't make it clear." Qing Jianyong said angrily. Han Xing spat out these leg hairs. "What I really want are bird feathers, the feathers of birds." In order to prevent Qing Jianyong from continuing to misunderstand, Han Xing specially emphasized the latter sentence. Seeing their chat, Shinyin couldn't help laughing. "Brother Xing, when I was exploring the clouds just now, I found a huge bird's nest, but there was no living thing in it. I touched a few feathers, just for you." "Okay." After the transaction was completed, Han Xing had 9 more gray-white feathers in his backpack. Toucan feathers, common material. After gathering the materials, click on the drawing and start making. White lights flashed one after another. Successfully made fine iron arrows. Green, *6. Chapter 7. The Lion Opens Its Mouth. You are listening at novelfull.audio. Successfully made fine iron arrows. Green, *6. Fine iron arrows. Green, quality, excellent, attack power 5-7, special effect, armor piercing. Armor piercing, when attacking an enemy with high defense, the effect will be triggered with a certain probability, ignoring part of the opponent's defense and causing damage. Good guy. Ignoring defense directly, this armor piercing special effect is really powerful. The fine quality refined iron arrows had an additional attack power of 5 points, almost catching up with the additional attack power of the wooden longbow in his hand. The wooden longbow was his main weapon, and it was actually caught up by an arrow, coupled with the additional armor-piercing special effects. You can imagine how much damage this thing will cause when it hits an enemy. After making the fine iron arrows, Han Xing continued to browse the trading channel. His target was the hunter's weapon or blueprint, thinking that it would be time to change the longbow in his hand, so that his attack power could be improved by several levels. After shopping around, I didn't find any suitable target, although there were hunter's weapons for sale on consignment. Most of them were whiteboard equipment similar to what Han Xing had. He even saw that some survivors even put up the weapons given by the system for sale. When Han Xing was about to exit the trading channel, he suddenly saw a hunter's weapon blueprint, ebony longbow drawing, white. Although it is a blank slate, if it is made by oneself, with the blessing of the talent of a god-level craftsman, it can be greatly improved compared to the wooden longbow in hand. Han Xing clicked on the private chat, and the other party's name was Levi. This guy actually didn't choose to chat anonymously, but directly used his real name. How to sell longbow blueprints. Han Xing got straight to the point. Levi, 20 units of food, or 10 units of water. Look, what is the lion's big mouth? This is the lion's big mouth. Han Xing frowned. Your price is too high, a little less. If there are other people who really want to trade, they will follow Han Xing's words and make some concessions at this time, but the other person is chatting with his real name, so it's not a good thing. Levi sneered. At this price, it's the same price, whether you like it or not. Farewell. Han Xing didn't tolerate him and quit directly, preparing to close the private chat window. That Levi suddenly sent a message. Wait. Your name is Xinghe. The person who sells special effect wooden arrows. Han Xing didn't know what this guy was trying to sell off, but he still replied, it's me. Hearing Han Xing's admission, Levi's attitude changed instantly. Young boy is quite capable of producing such a prop so quickly in the early stage. Are you interested in joining our Lei group? Lei's family? The one in Xinyang City? Han Xing asked. Levi, it seems that you have also heard of it. Oh, by the way, I almost forgot. Most of the people on this channel are from Xinyang City, so it is not surprising to know about our Lei group. Almost 10 hours have passed since he came to this world, and everyone has also figured out the rules for dividing areas. According to the region, the adjacent 10,000 people are planned to be on the same channel. In other words, many of the 10,000 people on channel 107 are from the same place. Lei Wei continued, our Lei's group still has some influence in Xinyang City, and this channel also has some team members from Lei's group. Now we have set up a discussion group and established an elite team to help each other. Share survival experience. How about it, do you want to join us? Levi stated his purpose. Han Xing refused directly, no need. Levi was silent for a moment, seeming confused that someone would reject his invitation at this time. You must know that human beings are a group animal. Especially in this strange world when life is not guaranteed, we hope to get some comfort from the help of our companions. Levi continued, you should know that this is a completely different world from ours before. Here, human life is as fragile as paper. I built this team to unite everyone and survive better. What Levi said is high-sounding. If you don't consider other things, it is indeed a good choice for ordinary people to join them at this time, but Han Xing knew that Lei Wei was one of the major shareholders of Lei Group. In essence, this guy was a businessman. Businessmen are all driven by profit. The few years of social training after graduation have allowed Han Xing to see through the nature of these guys. The so-called organizations and teams are just to control the right to speak and seek more benefits for themselves. Moreover, Levi's condescending attitude from the beginning made the Korean star feel very unhappy. He refused directly, Han Xing refused for the second time, and Levi suddenly became anxious. You short-sighted guy. Do you know that in the entire 107 area, besides us, there are many organizations that are forming teams? It is an inevitable trend for survivors to unite. If you don't join us, there is only a dead end waiting for you. You join our Lei group and contribute the method of special effect wooden arrows. I can even give you the drawings at a low price. That this Levi started to threaten and induce, but the conditions he offered made Han Xing feel that this guy seemed like a fool. You want to bribe yourself with a blank slate weapon, what are you thinking about? Of course, it is also possible that he is used to being the master of all things in Xinyang City, and subconsciously thinks that everyone else is a fool. Han Xing sneered, I told you, I don't want to join your organization. Don't try to fool me with your tricks. I'll hang up first if it doesn't matter. Damn you boy. If you don't join the Lei group, don't want this weapon blueprint. Then there will be no room for you in the entire channel 107. Han Xing smiled disdainfully, you can keep the blueprint for yourself. It's just a blank slate weapon. You treat it like a treasure, idiot. Levi wanted to say something else, but Han Xing had already closed the private chat window. At this time, in the discussion group, Xinyun said. Brother Xing, Jian Yong, have you received invitations from some organizations? Let us join. Qing Jianyong replied, yes, I was just invited by the CEO of a certain company, but I declined. Han Xing, well, I also refused. Xinyun didn't reply, seeming to be thinking about something. After a moment, he asked, Brother Xing, what do you think about joining these organizations? Han Xing said, it's not necessary. The rules of this world were clearly stated when we entered. We only need to explore other sky islands and expand our territory. The two thought for a while and agreed. At this moment, Qing Jianyong suddenly said, there seems to be some excitement in the regional network. The Lei group seems to be looking for trouble with a person named Xinghe. Galaxy. Isn't this your own name? Lei group, is it that Levi? Han Xing did not tell them his virtual name. Qing Jianyong and Xinyun added their friends through their real names. I clicked on the chat channel, and sure enough I saw Levi himself on the regional network. Levi, at Xinghe, you brat, how dare you scold me? You are a ungrateful person. Let me tell you, from today on, you are not allowed to trade supplies with anyone from our lay group. Zhu Yu Shu, support the boss, our lay group will ban you collectively. Su Xingyun Luo, support. Lao Lu, at Xinghe, boy, come out and speak. Chapter 8 Blood Prophet. You are listening at novelfull.audio. Han Xing was speechless. He had just argued with Levi, but he didn't expect that this guy would be so petty and even put himself on the regional network. However, Han Xing wanted to laugh a little when he saw them saying that they would block him and not trade supplies with him. He clicked on the consignment channel and hung up an item. A few seconds after the items were consigned, the entire channel 107 vibrated instantly. Consignment item information, space backpack white, items required by the seller, any blue. Equipment blueprint, consigner, galaxy, chat channel. Holy shit. A space backpack? Who is this great master who got such a powerful prop so quickly? The consigner seems to be Xinghe. Isn't this the one who just came out from Lay's groupite and said he wanted to ban it? That the atmosphere in the regional network is a bit strange. At this time, someone else said, wait a minute, the great master seems to be up to something again. Hiss, it's actually a rare quality iron arrow, and a lot of wolf meat. A lot of wolf meat. Let's see what he needs. I need green equipment blueprints, animal skins, spiritual cores, water and fine iron. If any of you have it, go and exchange it with the master. That when Han Xing posted consignment information one after another, the people from Lay's group suddenly stopped talking. Even if they wanted to say something, they were quickly overwhelmed by the chatter that filled the screen. The main reason is that the props brought out by Korean stars are too powerful for now. Needless to say, the space backpack is the reward for the first kill in the server. Although he has a better one now, for these players, this thing is simply an artifact. Then there are high-quality iron arrows. The attack power of an arrow is close to that of the main weapon. What is this concept? Even people who have no eyesight can see how powerful it is. Coupled with the special effects at the back, it is enough to make those survivors who did not choose the hunter profession jealous. Then the Korean star consigned 10 kilograms of wolf meat in one go, which is also the most urgently needed material. There was a rush of looting in the chat channel. Ha ha ha. I've made a change. I exchanged an animal skin for an iron arrow. I also got it. I exchanged 5 spiritual cores for 300 g of wolf meat. I finally have something to eat, woo woo. Brothers, is it a good deal to exchange 10 fine irons for 1 iron arrow? That the buzz in the chat channel lasted until the Korean star's consignment items were sold out, and then gradually dissipated. Now, there is only one space backpack left on it that no one has exchanged. After all, blue equipment blueprints are already considered extremely precious. In the early stages, the entire channel 107 might not have one. In a certain Sky Island territory, a middle-aged man with a sinister face looked at the information on the regional network. His face became more and more gloomy. He is Lei Wei, the boss of Lei Group. At this time, Levi looked at the messages in his discussion group. Someone asked cautiously, Mr. Lei, is this guy named Xinghe demonstrating against us? Levi snorted and stopped talking, but silently remembered the name Xinghe in his heart. Han Xing looked at the dazzling array of props on Sky Island territory, and the smile on his face could hardly be concealed. Obtain spiritual core *17, 1-star animal skin *3, fine iron *32, ether *108, drinking water 400 milliliters. These are the materials that Han Xing used in exchange for 4 iron arrows and 10 kilograms of wolf meat. It can be said that he made a lot of money. 10 kilograms of wolf meat seems like a lot of effort, but Han Xing knows that he can gain more by converting these materials into combat power. At the beginning, he was also planning to exchange the food for the resources he needed. Then use these resources to continue making equipment to strengthen yourself, forming a virtuous cycle. As for those who suppressed the Lei group, he just did it casually, and Han Xing didn't take them to heart at all. It's a pity that he didn't get the green equipment blueprint this time, but it's not bad. After all, the other survivors are not fools. At this time, there are very few people with green equipment in their hands. Let's see, the materials now are enough to make 11 fine iron arrows and 3 space backpacks. Not bad, not bad. Han Xing clapped his hands, then, he clicked and made all these things in one go. Green light and white light flashed one after another. When the prompt that the production was successful appeared, Han Xing was a little surprised when he saw the properties of the space backpack. Space backpack, white, quality, excellent, storage space -30, special effect, strong, strength +4, different from the previous backpack. The special effects attribute of this backpack added 4 points of strength. Han Xing took a look and found that one of the other two backpacks also had added strength, and the other had added agility. Oh. Does the special effect attribute of the backpack randomly increase the fourth dimension? Han Xing equipped his body with a backpack that increased agility, and suddenly felt a strange power appear in his body. The agility attribute has been improved. Although it can only be equipped with 2 backpacks, it has also improved a lot of attributes. Now it should not be a problem to deal with ordinary level 1 wild monsters. It's a pity that I didn't find a good weapon. Han Xing felt a little regretful, then shook his head and didn't think about it anymore. As for what to do with the other 2 extra backpacks, Han Xing thought for a moment and opened the discussion group. As soon as he entered, he heard Qing Jianyong shouting from inside. "Brothers, I think I found a treasure." "What is it?" Shen Yun asked. Qing Jianyong chuckled and said directly, "Bronze treasure chest." "I'll wipe it." Both Han Xing and Shen Yun were very surprised. According to the Korean Star's understanding of the game Sky Island Paradise, treasure chests are divided into 5 levels: wooden chests, bronze treasure chests, silver treasure chests, gold treasure chests, and diamond treasure chests. The probability of finding a treasure chest on an unclaimed island is very low, especially in the early stages of the game. If you can see a wooden box, you are considered lucky. Narumyang now directly found a bronze treasure chest, which can be said to be full of luck. Shen Yun, open it quickly and take a look. What's inside? Okay. Qing Jianyong readily agreed. Han Xing and Shen Yun were waiting silently. After a moment, they suddenly heard Qing Jianyong shouting, "Out! I'm out! Damn it! What happened to you?" Shen Yun asked, "Speak quickly." "Good stuff." Qing Jianyong directly sent the information about the stuff he found to the discussion group: spiritual core *4, refined iron *8, rare earths *13, dried animal meat *7 kg, drinking water 400 milliliters, refined iron longbow drawing, green. Hiss. Seeing the information above, Han Xing and Shen Yun took a breath at the same time. Shen Yun, leave aside those materials and food, he can even touch the green weapon blueprints. This guy is really lucky. Han Xing, indeed. Qing Jianyong burst out laughing when he heard their admiration. Then, Han Xing suddenly received a transaction application from Qing Jianyong. "Brother Xing, this is a longbow blueprint. I am a warrior. Brother Yun chose the priesthood. Neither of us can use it. You take it first." Shen Yun said nothing. Everyone knew how precious such a green weapon blueprint was in the early stages of the game, that Levi sells whiteboard weapon blueprints and dares to ask for sky-high prices. If Qing Jianyong's green weapon blueprint appears on the trading channel, it will definitely cause quite a stir. But some things cannot be measured in value. Han Xing thought for a second and clicked accept. Obtain the fine iron longbow blueprint, green. Han Xing clicked study directly, and now the 4th drawing appeared on his drawing bar. Then, Han Xing sent a transaction message to each of them. When Qing Jianyong and Shen Yun saw what Han Xing put on the transaction column, they both shouted. Fuck. Chapter 9 Powerful Equipment Attributes. You are listening at novelfull.audio. Han Xing trades the extra backpack to them. Qing Jianyong, damn it, a space backpack. It also has special effects. Shen Yun, brother Xing, this thing is too precious. You. Han Xing interrupted them directly and said, "Shoo, remember not to tell anyone." Qing Jianyong and Shen Yun solemnly agreed. They also knew how outrageous it was to have a space backpack with special effects appear at this time. Shen Yun looked at the information on the consignment of space backpack, white, on the trading channel, and thought of Han Xing's name again. With a thoughtful expression on his face, after closing the discussion group, Han Xing looked at the fourth drawing on the drawing board and could hardly suppress the smile on his face. He just said that he lacked a handy weapon, and in the blink of an eye, Qing Jianyong found it. This was not just giving him a pillow because he was dozing off, it was like he had just eaten Wallace and walked into the toilet when he went out. Han Xing looked at the drawing interface happily. Fine iron longbow drawing, green, dot, materials required for production, refined iron *15, spiritual core *5, rare earth *20, 1-star beast sinew *1. The production success rate is 20%, affected by the talent of God-level craftsman, and the success rate has reached 100%. The hunter's main weapon is still green equipment, which is so exciting, that the Korean star was so excited that he even wanted to make one on the spot. However, his current materials are not enough, mainly due to the lack of new materials such as rare earths and 1-star beast sinew, but it doesn't matter, he can go to the trading channel to find it. 69.c, after shopping around, Han Xing quickly found the target, and then began to negotiate the price skillfully. It seems that due to the impact of the consignment incident just now, the name Xinghe has been remembered by many survivors of Channel 107. The price negotiation process went very smoothly. He only used 1 kilogram of wolf meat to exchange for 2 1-star beast tendons, and then used 1 kilogram of wolf meat to exchange for 47 rare earths. The current materials are enough for him to make 2 fine iron longbows. Han Xing clicked on the drawing interface and started making directly. The green light began to flash, and a 30-second progress bar appeared in front of me. When the progress bar reached the end, a fine iron longbow made of black fine iron with a total length of more than 1 meter appeared in the territory. The item information appeared in front of you. Fine iron longbow, green, quality, excellent, attack 1520, with special effects, strong attack, strong attack. After the bowstring is fully drawn, it starts to accumulate power. The upper limit of charging is 1 second. It can cause an additional 30%-50% damage. So strong, Han Xing sincerely praised, it is indeed a green weapon. Its attack power is more than twice that of a whiteboard weapon. Coupled with the special effects of the weapon, I feel like I can instantly kill those level 1 wild monsters with just 1 arrow. Han Xing was very satisfied. At this time, he seemed to have thought of something. According to my previous experience, green weapon blueprints are the highest rare quality equipment that can be created, but this main weapon is excellent, indicating that there is room for improvement. Looking at the materials in his backpack, Han Xing hesitated for a moment and clicked production again. This is his advantage. He doesn't have to worry about failure at all, and he doesn't have to worry about making crude or ordinary junk weapons and wasting materials. This time, a dazzling green light appeared the moment the production started. As the progress bar moves, the green light becomes more and more dazzling. Such a big movement can't be. As soon as he finished speaking, snap. A weapon fell in front of Han Xing. Fine iron longbow, green, quality, rare, attack power 2025, with special effects, strong attack, with special effects 2, precision, strong attack. After the bowstring is fully drawn, it starts to accumulate power. The upper limit of charging is 1 second. It can cause an additional 30%-50% damage. Accuracy, when attacking, increase the hit rate by 10% and the critical hit rate by 20%. Rare quality. At this moment, Han Xing felt that his heartbeat had slowed down by half a beat, just because the properties of this fine iron longbow are too powerful. A powerful attack, plus 2 special effects. Even ordinary blue equipment does not have the attributes of the fine iron longbow. Han Xing did not hesitate to equip a rare quality fine iron longbow, and the damage was greatly increased again. With the long bow on his back, he looks calm and intimidating. The curved bow body and tight bow strings reveal its powerful tension and lethality. Compared with a few hours ago, Korean stars can be said to be completely transformed now, and their strength has been greatly improved. The discarded wooden longbow was put up on the consignment channel, and Han Xing put up another refined iron longbow. Although it was not as good as the one he had, its powerful attributes still caused quite a stir among hunters. However, because the consignment conditions Marked by Korean stars or green equipment drawings, no one can afford to change them for the time being. At this time, Han Xing looked up at the sky. The moon's shadow is sparse and slanted, and the cold light overlaps. It's almost late at night. After exploring a few more empty islands, we should prepare to rest. Han Xing thought, in this world, although human beings' physical fitness has been improved, they still need to rest, and exploring empty islands at night will be more dangerous than during the day. Thinking of this, Han Xing sped up. When he approached a cloud that was only 2 cubic meters in size, the system prompt came, "There is the sound of wind inside. Do you want to enter?" But when I went in and took a look, I found a patch of green bellflowers growing on it, and Han Xing put them all into his backpack. Already obtained 23 bluebells, and the territory area will be expanded. There were bursts of noise coming from inside. Do you want to enter? Enter. Acquired 3 amplification stones to expand the territory area. 1 star animal skin *1 has been obtained, rare earth *3 has been obtained, glitter stone *7 has been obtained. Han Xing continued without stopping, touching 4 or 5 small clouds in the surrounding area. During this period, we also encountered 3 monsters, but with their attributes at most level 1, for the current Korean star, it was basically a one-shot kill, killing them instantly. Han Xing has completed the crushing with super powerful equipment. At the same time, his territory expanded rapidly. After a whole day of exploration, the small clod of soil under my feet has now turned into a large platform of 4 meters by 4 meters, covering 16 square meters. Call. Han Xing took a breath and turned around, only to find that he had already explored all the small clouds in the area dozens of kilometers away. Now, there is only a red cloud not far away, which has not been touched. The area of this cloud is larger than others, roughly estimated to be 2 meters *2 meters, 4 square meters in size. When he first came to this world, Han Xing deliberately avoided it because he felt a hint of danger in it, but now, you can try to make contact. Thinking of this, Han Xing opened his backpack, took 2 sips of drinking water, picked 3 berries from the tree, and threw them into his mouth. After making these preparations, the Sky Island territory began to approach the cloud. After a while, the system prompt came. There is a scorching power brewing inside. Do you want to enter? Scorching power. Is there a source of fire inside? Han Xing suddenly looked forward to it. In the early days of Sky Island Paradise, fire sources were not as scarce as water and food, but they were still necessary. Whether it is used to make a fire or keep warm, it is of great use. Thinking of this, Han Xing clicked directly to enter. The next moment, a round creature with a red body jumped up in front of Han Xing. Fire slime, 1-star creature. Level, LV2. Strength, 9, Agility, 5, Spirit, 7, Constitution, 6. Skill, Fireball Spray. Chapter 10 Dark Fire Stone Mine. You are listening at NovelFull.audio. Fire Slime is a level 2 creature with elemental attributes. Compared to a first-level ordinary slime, this flame slime has a significantly stronger desire to attack. The moment it saw Han Xing appear, it opened its O-shaped mouth, and a scorching flame seemed to be brewing in its mouth. Han Xing did not underestimate the enemy and quickly opened the distance. The next second, the charged iron arrows burst out instantly. Buzz. The bowstring was stretched straight, making a vibrating sound in the air. The arrow shot out quickly and accurately hit the flame slime's forehead. Puff. The attack hits. The flame slime's 2 round eyes suddenly widened, as if he had been frightened. Puff. The 2 fireballs shot towards Han Xing at a speed not inferior to arrows. At this moment, Han Xing moved. With a flash of figure, he instantly dodged the fire slime's attack. The special effects attached to the space backpack came into play at this time. The additional 4 points of agility brought his agility attribute to 8 points. This is almost an attribute that only level 3 hunters can possess. Snapped. Snapped. The fireball fell into the air and exploded on the ground under Han Xing's feet, burning the 2 pieces of land black. Han Xing continued to draw his bow, and then began to accumulate power. 1 second later, the strong attack special effect attached to the fine iron longbow takes effect. Han Xing clearly felt that the lethality of this arrow was greater than before. The flame slime is still preparing a second wave of fireball attacks. Buzz. The strong attack special effect attached to the bow and arrow was triggered, and the fine iron arrows suddenly penetrated the flame slime's body, causing more damage to it. Moreover, the arrow's remaining power remained intact, and with a pop, it penetrated its body directly. This arrow also triggered the arrow's armor-piercing special effect, and the damage instantly increased by several levels. The fire slime's attack came to an abrupt end, as the attack just now left it seriously injured. Han Xing's eyes lit up. Kill it while it's sick. Call out. Phew. Fine iron arrows were shot out one after another. Although the level 2 flame slime is powerful, it cannot withstand Han Xing's repeated ravages. When the 7th arrow hit, the flame slime stayed in place, and then its body began to bulge. I'm going to explode. Han Xing's expression changed instantly. He had experienced this before and ran backwards without hesitation. He retreated directly to the edge of the territory. At this time, the flame slime's body also swelled to the limit, like a red balloon about to explode. Then, there was a bang. Sparks flew across the sky, and the slime exploded into pieces. You have killed Flame Slime LV2 and gained 20 experience points. After finally killing this guy, Han Xing looked at the experience bar and saw that it had reached 80% of level 1. Han Xing began to approach the territory of the flame slime, where it self-destructed. There were a few red stones and a few groups of transparent material left behind. Those transparent substances are ether materials, which can only be emitted by magical creatures such as slimes. Pick up the things on the ground and the system prompt will appear. Get Flint *4, get Ether *8, get Slime *17. Flint, an ore containing scorching energy. It seems that it can be used to make some kind of special device, and it can also be used as an ignition stone. Han Xing integrated these 4 cubic meters of empty islands into his territory. Now his territory has become 4 meters *5 meters, which is 20 cubic meters. This area can be called large or small. If it were in some first-tier cities of Blue Star, it could be called a big house. However, his current territory is somewhat bare, with only a low berry tree serving as decoration. While Han Xing was observing his own territory, he accidentally caught a glimpse of the 4 territories that had just been merged, and there seemed to be some differences. These are several blocks of rocky geology. There seem to be some dark red spots on the blue-gray stone. When Han Xing gets closer, you can clearly feel the temperature gradually rising. Oh. Han Xing was a little curious, so he walked to these rocks and discovered the secrets inside. It is the dark red spots buried deep under the stone that continue to radiate heat. Is it some kind of ore? Han Xing's curiosity was aroused, and he wanted to try to dig out these dark red stones. Mining ore will destroy the area of the territory. If it is serious, the territory will even turn into fragments and scatter in the air. By then, the area of the territory will shrink, but if there are relatively precious ores inside, there is no harm in sacrificing a few pieces of territory. Han Xing decided to mine, but mining required mine manuscripts, which he did not have in his backpack, so he went directly to the trading channel and exchanged materials for a few iron or pickaxes. Then, Han Xing rolled up his sleeves and started digging. Ding! 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 High in the sky, the sound of metal hitting stone continued to echo. 80. 80. Following the rhythm, the Korean star shouted slogans, the gravel splashed, and after a few minutes, the dark red stone hidden under the stone was exposed. A system prompt appears. Dark flint, a rare ore that seems to contain some kind of strange energy. It can continuously emit heat and provide energy for certain devices. Note, when the number of dark flints in the same area reaches a certain amount, some kind of strange elemental creature may be spawned. After seeing the above introduction, Han Xing understood clearly. That slime was probably spawned by the dark flint stone. By absorbing heat, the slime will continue to grow, but obviously, before it grew to a strong enough level, it was targeted by Korean stars. Han Xing picked up the stone on the ground, obtained dark fire stone *12. After digging the ore, Han Xing felt a sense of emptiness in his body. This is the body's biological clock reminding itself that it's time to rest. The night was as desolate as water, and the temperature at high altitudes suddenly dropped a lot. The breeze blew by, making people shrink back. The first day of human beings' arrival in this world is coming to an end. And many people's territories have grown to 3 or 4 cubic meters in size. Although it is still quite small, at least they can lie down and sleep. Of course, if you're dishonest in your sleep, you'll have to ask for your blessings. Many survivors huddled up, shivering in the air. Compared to them, Korean stars are much better here. In a territory of 20 square meters, there is no need to worry about the risk of falling. He placed 2 dark flint stones on both sides of the territory, which not only provided lighting effects, but also continued to emit heat. It was like setting up a stove on a cold day, and it was extremely warm. In the center of the territory, a berry tree with many branches cut off stood quietly. When the wind blew, the crown of the tree made a rustling sound. Han Xing lay on the ground leaning against the berry tree, and then looked at the stars in the sky. It's a strange feeling to sleep at such a high place. It's as if you can reach out and touch the sky, with clouds floating around. Before going to bed, Han Xing still retained the habit of browsing the information on Blue Star. Although I don't have a mobile phone, I can still open the local network and check the chats of other survivors. Most of the survivors had finished their day's exploration, and the local chat channel became more lively. They were all discussing how to sleep on the first night. Shovel, does anyone want a shovel? You can dig a hole in the ground and bury yourself, so you don't have to worry about falling in the middle of the night. Rope. I have a rope here. You can tie yourself up to prevent yourself from being dishonest in your sleep. Does anyone want the glue made from slime?